yeah, from then, me and Shipes, we just we really, learned this shit together and came up and I started to write for High Tech, the producer High Tech. Shout out to
That's
Tech.
live.
Yeah. Did some shit for him on his album High Technology too at that time. And then that situation spawned into me doing some work with Sean Kingston, which
Fucks with Sean Kingston, man.
shout
And
out
it
to Lil
seems
Sean.
like you don't even hear like music per se from him anymore. But that boy is balling.
I mean,
That little motherfucker made some good.
he
Like
made some money.
he made some fucking
Yeah,
bread
yeah,
because
because he
I
made
seen
hit
him the other
records.
day eating.
Yeah, yeah,
He's eating.
he got hit records, and I'm pretty sure he's still, streaming really, really well right now, and still making those hit records in the space that he's in. But
Yeah, it seemed like he went more global with it.
yeah, he
Like
but
that's where he went and ate at.
I
It
ain't
wasn't
gonna
just
hold you short. He started global.
yeah.
Beautiful Girls
Beautiful Girl
was a global
crazy.
record.
Yeah, I remember
what
that
mean?
joint. I remember that joint.
And on that first album, I worked on about 4 or 5 records on that album.
Yeah.
And that was a time where I was living in LA. This is around like '06, '07. Nipsey Hussle, great friend of mine, God bless.
R.I.P.
Um, we were all a part of the same conglomerate, cinematic, around that time. So I spent a lot of time around him. And I just continue to do my shit. Just
You say you've been coming out here for a while.
been coming out here for a long time.
Yeah, so I'm sure you've definitely created some relationships with a few people.
For sure, for sure.
Nipsey Hussle being one of them.
For sure. Shit, all the TD, those are all my guys.
Yeah, shout out to
Kendrick,
you, man.
Q.
Yeah, Schoolboy Q
So,
and them.
J Rock.
Shout out to the man. It's my boy Smack, man. You know what I'm saying? I be fucking with Smack. That's my dude.
Mac Wop, that's my brother. Fucking Dom Kennedy.
Dom Kennedy. I like
I
Dom
mean,
Kennedy.
That's my brother
He-
right there. One of my favorite. That's
he
one of
was-
my favorite MCs right there.
He was
man.
cool on that double up joint.
Dom go hard, man.
He was cool. I liked his verse on there, homie.
Dom go hard, and shit. I fuck with all of the OF guys, all the Odd Future guys.
Yeah.
Shout out Tyler, Damo,
Yeah.
Left Brain,
Tyler,
Hodge.
the creator.
You know,
I like him. I don't know if he's trolling majority of the time when he does certain shit. I mean, he's obviously smart, man. He's a
entertaining.
genius. He's a genius in the plays that he makes, man. Like from some of the skits he'll do, whatever he gets. This dude gets tons of views, man. I done watched him whoop people for awards. You know what I mean? Like straight up. So it's nothing but love to Tyler the Creator. But I be wondering, like, damn, is he trolling or is this really him? Like, does he really feel this way? And some of the things that he be saying, because we look dead ass serious in it.
it's entertainment, man. You gotta.
Who was he sitting there playing chess with the other day? Who was that? He said he played chess with, I think it was was it DJ Envy? It was somebody he was with. And he was like, yeah, or somebody, it was somebody he was playing with. And he had said, he was like, man, the dude was sitting there roasting him about him playing, he had beat him or whatever. He was like, what you mean you beat me? He said, I beat you 6 times or whatever before that. He says, but I bet you didn't tell him that I just sucked your dick.
Oh my God.
Like he does shit like that. Like he's
Crazy.
Is that who that was? I was about to say, Donnie, if you could pull it up for me, I think it was there was like a clip of it, like it had got posted, and he had said something. He was like, man, I bet you didn't say, man, I just sucked your dick. I'm like, bro, like, why? Listen, it's cool to joke. I just don't be with the constant sex play. Like maybe that's how him and his homies get down. Earl Sweatshirt and all them. Like shout out to all them dudes. But
I don't know, man.
what's your take on it?
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't got to take on it, man. I be letting the young homies do what the young homies do, and I be in my space doing what I do, and I respect everybody in their space.
I respect them too, but I just want to know who you really are. You know what I'm saying? Is that you or is that just a character? All right, cool. You putting on a character? That's fine. I just like to know where motherfuckers stand when I'm around them, bro. Or I'm going to stand there and I'm going to just stare at it the whole time like I don't trust it. I'm just keeping it real. Like, let me know where you stand. Okay, cool. If that's who you are, at least we know this. You know what I'm saying? There's no secret to that. If I don't know you, bro, how can I trust you? And you constantly changing. I don't like people who constantly change, bro.
Heard you.
Like on just some bullshit and don't stand on their moral principle and like show the base ground who they are.
Feel you.
You know what I mean? So I want to know, bro, like when did you start like really touching music? Like when did you feel like, man, I'm gonna do this shit? I always ask rappers that, like, because I think like that it's in the end you always go back to the beginning. That's where it all starts from and stems from, man.
I think when I not only, because my first answer, my initial thought to answer was to say when I got my first check off music, right? But you can get paid one time and then never get paid again, right? So for me, I think when I started to get consistent money off music and music wasn't a hobby, it became a career. It became, you know, like this is what I do to make money, not I'm trying to make money from doing this. So I was blessed to make money early in this shit and continue to have a stream of income from all the seeds I planted. So I would say once I got a consistent stream of money from my craft, that's when it became a thing, a real thing.
How old were you about when you start really touching some rap money, man?
22.
Yeah.
21, 22.
See you later. So you're about 21, 22.
39.
Is that when you started like fucking with the music?
Nah, that's when I started making money.
See, I started
fucking with the music at 15.
Right.
You know
that's
I mean?
where
So
it really starts.
That's when it started, but I wasn't making no money. I was just fucking with the music. That shit wasn't.
But isn't that the build up to you even making some bread?
Yeah, I mean, because you gotta do it to a certain degree to be a professional at it, right? But
so please,
you know, some people
let the upcoming rappers know that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, these might be some of the struggles that you gonna face.
Right,
you know?
But everybody's road is different.
It is.
You feel me?
But they might have little bits and pieces they can take from your game and apply to theirs.
I would say never give up. You know what I mean? Because you never know how close you are. It's always a 6 degrees of separation from from who you need to get to where you want to be. Right? So it's all about making relationships in this shit. I mean, this shit is built on relationships. It's built on a buddy system. You know what I mean? You ain't always gonna be hot. And you gotta know that. And you gotta conform to what's going on around you. I'm not saying to ride whatever wave of new shit is going on, but be aware of what's going on around you to know when you gotta adjust. Shit is just like being an athlete. It's just like anything you do in life that you've been doing for a long time. Shit changes, and you gotta learn how to change with the changes. And you know that's how you be able to sustain some type of stability in it shit. Because other than that, you know what I mean, you just be one of those, oh, you remember that, nigga? One of those.
Would you say that being around some of the wrong people may set someone back from their transition or them growing to the next level or the next phase? Because I'll talk to a lot of artists and they'd be like, man, they never really got nowhere until they actually left that person or somebody that they were trying to do business with for their music career, you know? And they'll spend 5, 6, maybe 7, 8 years with these people, you know, and never really get anywhere. And then as soon as they get out, man, they first year, they fuck around and they got something that's just booming and buzzing. And now they're doing tours and it's opened up a lot more doors, you know? Would you say that it can be the circle you keep as well?
Hell yeah. I mean, it's all with growth. You know what I mean? And they got good, like I was talking about relationships. You have good relationships and you have bad ones too.
Yeah.
And you just, you know, all of the shit is a test to see if you could, A, get through it and grow from it, or if you just can't succumb it. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, a lot of us, you know, a lot of us don't get the messages sometimes when it's given to us. And sometimes you just got to learn from that, right? So it's never a bad thing.
All right, so you see it. We just hit 500K. You know what that means? That means you got to subscribe and get us to 600K because we are dangerously close to 666K. Let's go.